Good morning. I would like to welcome you to St. Luke's College of Health Sciences Spring 2020 Virtual Commencement Ceremony. My name is Marcia Ladegi, and I served as the Chief Student Affairs Officer at St. Luke's College of Health Sciences. In January 2020, when we started planning your spring commencement celebration, we could not foresee the unusual and unprecedented times ahead. While you ended your semester learning from a distance and connecting with each other via Zoom, you persisted and accomplished your goal, and we are here today to celebrate with you. Before we get started, I want to recognize and thank the entire leadership network of St. Luke's College of Health Sciences for their guidance, wisdom, and expertise, starting with the Board of Directors. The chairwoman of the board, Dr. Lisa Von Sagi, Mr. Juan Rangel, Dr. Luis Cordoba, Ms. Kathleen Brewer, Mr. Raymond Quarter, Mr. Stanley Battles, Ms. Diane Trimble, Mr. Bob Bonney, Ms. Debbie Wilson, and Mr. Clinton Robinson. The college thanks the board members for their service. In addition, we would like to recognize the President's Cabinet, Dr. Melody Messner, Dr. Victoria Grando, Ms. Terry Naylor, Ms. Becky Peck, Mr. David Light, Dr. Carla Brunsell, and Ms. Marcia Ladegi. And finally, at this time, I would like to acknowledge the tireless work of the distinguished faculty and staff of St. Luke's College of Health Sciences. Our ceremony today, while not face-to-face, will still allow your friends and family to congratulate you and celebrate with you by posting a congratulatory message during the live launch. Guests and graduates, please feel free to leave a congratulatory message or a respectful remark in one of the social media outlets on our virtual commencement website below. Our virtual commencement website will remain publicly accessible through August 31st, 2021, and you may share this link and visit as many times as you like. I would now like to introduce Dr. Ellen Stevenson, member of the St. Luke's College of Health Sciences faculty, to sing our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
At this time, we will observe a moment of silence while Father Brian Frayne gives the invocation.
Loving God, we begin this 2020 commencement at two unique historic moments in St. Luke's College of Health Sciences. We sit before you distanced through no fault of our own, but due to the human condition and connected to one another by computer screens. We meet you in another first, united with Rockhurst University on this new partnership. Though these firsts intimidate us, we Midwesterners have never feared trailblazing before established demarcations of safety into wild, uncharted territories. We move forward with bold hope and dogged determination. In all of these new, uncharted circumstances, you never stay in the past or dawdle in the present. You are the God who remains in front of us, encouraging and guiding each step of these new individual and corporate paths. Therefore, Almighty God, we thank you for all that has been, and to all that shall be, we say yes. And we ask that you send your Spirit into us, and especially our graduates, that they may give witness to the two greatest human traits: to restore to health those sick and vulnerable, and to research and study the pressing medical and physical conditions that yet remain unanswered. We ask all of this in your holy name. Amen.
I now have the pleasure of introducing Dr. Hubert Benitez, the president of St. Luke's College of Health Sciences, who will deliver the presidential address.
Dr. Lisa Van Zaghe, Chair of the Board of Directors, honorable members of the Board of Directors, esteemed faculty, staff, students, family members, and guests. Good morning, and welcome to the St. Luke's College of Health Sciences commencement exercises. Before we get started, I would like for us to recognize our servicemen and women and members of the military. Thank you for serving our country. Second, I would like to recognize all St. Luke's College alumni. Thank you. You set the foundation for this outstanding institution and left a legacy for others. Third, I would like to recognize the faculty and staff of the college. Thank you. This group of candidates is the testament to your hard work and commitment. And finally, and most importantly, I would like to recognize the children, siblings, parents, and significant others of our graduates. It is because of you and your support that your loved ones are here. Thank you. Today, it is a unique honor to deliver this welcome as the president of St. Luke's College of Health Sciences. While we are unable to gather in person, we get together virtually to celebrate the achievement of a group of men and women who have fulfilled their dreams of earning their degrees. By earning your degree, St. Luke's College has also fulfilled its mission of educating the healthcare leaders of tomorrow. Therefore, in addition to celebrating you, today we also celebrate the success of our beloved institution. This past year has been a year of very mixed emotions, achievements and successes, frustrations, moments of happiness, and moments of sadness. Your graduation is our greatest achievement and success. And you are part of a very special group of alums, as today's ceremony marks the end of an era as we close a chapter in the life of St. Luke's College as an independent institution of higher learning. In May of this year, we became part of Rockhurst University, and we are now St. Luke's College of Health Sciences at Rockhurst University. We are proud of our legacy, and we gift this legacy to the university. We're providing the community with a new generation of health professionals, and we continue to expand access and opportunity for a diverse student population. Our institution continues to embrace the values of diversity, multiculturalism, and we are creating educational pathways to all students. St. Luke's College continues to foster each student's potential, and in doing so, we are striving to make a societal change, one student and one family at a time. For all these reasons, we close this chapter with a sentiment of hope and we have a renewed sense of pride and ownership towards our college. There is also a feeling of sadness and frustration. We know how hard each of you has worked to reach this milestone. We know what it means to celebrate your graduation, and I know the frustration you are feeling for not being able to celebrate your achievement with your loved ones and with your fellow classmates. However, after exploring several venues and scenarios, we concluded, unfortunately, that hosting a live ceremony this year simply was not safe nor logistically feasible with current restrictions required by the city. We share your disappointment because we know how much this means to our graduates and to our families. Your health and safety and the well-being of your loved ones was our biggest concern, and our sense of responsibility called for celebrating with you at a distance. But please, I ask that you do not let this unfortunate situation place a shadow and minimize the importance of your achievement. Graduates, a bright future awaits you. At St. Luke's, you have learned what it means to be part of a community that learns, grows, and prospers together. I ask that you go and serve our community through the eyes of the values of integrity, professionalism, compassion, and respect, with no regard to race, color, sexual orientation, or religious beliefs. And these are always my final words to all graduates. Remember that what you do in your professional life, you will owe, at least in part, to this alma mater, St. Luke's College of Health Sciences. Therefore, I ask that you be an ambassador of our college. Congratulations, graduates, and thank you for believing in and for being part of the St. Luke's family. And now, it is my unique pleasure to introduce our keynote speaker for today's commencement, Father Tom Curran. Father Curran is the president at Rutgers University and a person that in a short time I have been able to know as a leader, as a colleague, and as a dear friend. Father Curran, thank you for your service to higher education, and now to our beloved St. Luke's College of Health Sciences.
Every year, the Gallup Company conducts a survey regarding the most honored and trusted professions. At the top of the list, you will find health professionals. More specifically, for the last 18 years, they have scored at an approval rating of 85%. I hope you find that encouraging and complimentary. Think about it. As you begin your professional life, people already have a positive understanding of who you are and the work you do. Why is that? I believe we can find lots of reasons to support that level of public appreciation. For me, it was captured poignantly in Atul Gawande's bestseller from 2018, titled Being Mortal. In his Being Mortal, he offers a professional as well as personal assessment of good medicine and great modern medical professionals. His book left me with many items or takeaways for consideration and reflection. Permit me to share just 3. And I offer you these 3 for your consideration and as a way of proceeding for you as a medical professional. The first is honesty and kindness. In your rounds, as it were, you will be delivering news, diagnoses, information, and plans. Some of the information you will need to share will be shocking, unpleasant, and downright disturbing. Bad news does not age well. However, it does not have to be delivered in a cold and heartless fashion. Deliver that information with kindness. You can be clear, but you can also be gentle. Consider how you would react if the jarring news were given to you as it were an invoice or just a statement of fact. The second takeaway from me is this: there is a difference between treatment and care. Patients know they require treatment for their condition or illness. They just don't want it to stop with treatment. They want to know that you care more about them than the treatment you are providing. Treatment is required. Care is desired. Care tells them that you see them as an individual who has a family, a history, hopes, and dreams that may or may not have been realized. The third takeaway is people may hope to live a long life, but they truly desire to have a good life. We would all prefer to avoid suffering in our lives. We don't want to be a burden to others. We want to be respected. We want to be mentally aware and alert. We want to strengthen our family relationships. We want to be able to maintain our human dignity while we are on this earth. In our efforts to make life longer, we must also ensure that we make it better. For while it is true that medical professions can concentrate on the repair of health and not the sustenance of the soul, those being cared for don't want to be considered as soulless. It's always important then to ask people what kind of treatment they desire. It's equally important to listen to what they don't say. Don't be afraid to ask then, what is important to you? What are your preferences? If life becomes short, what is it that you do want? In the preparation for your degree, you have been part of a class. You have worked in groups. You have been part of teams. Your educational and formation program was intentionally structured as a metaphor for life, for we were not created to journey alone. Certainly, you can pursue a path on your own, and you can move more swiftly on your own. But if you want to go far, you go with another. My friends, we were meant to be companions on this journey called life. And you have chosen and dedicated yourself to a profession that is collaborative and collegial. Draw upon that structure. It will serve you and your companions well in the medical profession. And if you do that, I think we can safely predict that you will be part of the group of professionals that remains the most honored and trusted for generations to come. Congratulations.
Thank you, Father Curran. This concludes the first portion of the Spring 2020 St. Luke's College of Health Sciences virtual commencement ceremony. Please click on the video links below to enjoy the honors and awards portion of our ceremony, followed by the presentation and conferral of degrees. Scroll to the bottom of this website to view individual slides of each of our 2020 graduates. And don't forget to leave a message in our social media bar. Please share this link with your family and friends and return as often as you'd like to celebrate your accomplishments. This virtual commencement ceremony will be publicly available through August 31st, 2021. Thank you for joining us today. Welcome to the presentation of Faculty and Student Awards portion of the Spring 2020 St. Luke's College of Health Sciences virtual commencement ceremony. I am Marcia Ladegi, Chief Student Affairs Officer at St. Luke's College of Health Sciences. It is my distinct pleasure to introduce Assistant Professor and Director of the Bachelor's in Nursing program, Dr. Caroline Olaway, who will present the Faculty and Student Awards.
The Isabel Curdy Teaching Excellence Award is awarded to one college faculty member as chosen by the faculty and graduating senior nursing students. The recipient demonstrates a commitment to the profession of nursing and the college, demonstrates creative approaches in working with students, serves as a professional role model, and as a humanistic advocate for students and student learning. The Spring 2020 winner of the Isabel Curdy Award is Victoria Bennett. Congratulations. The Academic Excellence Award is presented to the BSN student with the highest cumulative grade point average. The recipient for the Academic Excellence Award is Virginia Pearl Binger. Congratulations. The Clinical Excellence Award is presented to the BSN student who demonstrates the highest clinical performance as determined by the faculty. The recipient for Clinical Excellence is Jordan Hubbard. Congratulations. The Professional Excellence Award is presented to the BSN student who demonstrates a high potential for professional nursing, including being a mentor to peers and a client advocate. The recipient of this award is selected by vote of both faculty and students. The recipient of the Professional Excellence Award is Madison Burt. Congratulations. I now welcome Dr. Carla Brunsell to the podium for our final degree presentations.
The Academic Excellence and Professionalism Award is given to health sciences student who demonstrates academic excellence and shows potential for a promising career as a healthcare professional. The recipient is selected by the faculty. The Spring 2020 recipient is Marquita Brown. Congratulations. Dr. Caroline Olaway will now conduct the pinning ceremony.
Honored guests, families, friends, and especially members of the class of 2020, in our face-to-face ceremonies, each Bachelor of Science in Nursing student receives a special pin. This year, pins are being mailed to each graduate. The pin is a unique symbol with a rich history. It connects you to St. Luke's College of Health Sciences, to the profession of nursing, and with all nurses who have come before you and all nurses who will follow. The history of this rite of passage can be traced back to the Crusades of the 12th century. During this time, new monks were initiated with a ceremony where each monk was given a Maltese cross. They vowed to serve the sick soldiers. The first badges were given to those who nursed. Fast forward to the 1860s, when Florence Nightingale was honored with the Red Cross of St. George for her selfless efforts to care for injured men during the Crimean War. Because she believed in acknowledging a job well done, she presented a Medal of Excellence to her hardest working nursing graduates. Later, each graduate at the Nightingale School of Nursing was awarded a badge with a Maltese cross to identify them as nurses and act as proof of their education. The purpose of the pin was to distinguish the nurse as a highly educated caregiver who served the health needs of society, held Christian values, and were loyal to their country. In the United States, the first pin presented to a graduating class occurred at Bellevue Hospital in New York City in 1880. By 1916, a ceremony awarding the pins was a tradition in England and the United States. The pin symbolizes vigilance, constancy, mercy, and the relief of suffering. Today, the unique design of each nursing school's pin readily identifies to others where the nurse graduated, in much the same way that women's nursing caps once did. The St. Luke's College pin was designed by students, faculty, and alumni. It was their intent to combine the proud tradition of St. Luke's nursing education with a new beginning when the baccalaureate program was started in 1991 under the leadership of Provost Patricia Teeger. Traditionally, blue, which is a color found on the outside border of your pen, represents truth and loyalty. The Maltese cross found in the center of your pen is a symbol of service. The points on the Maltese cross represent the college values. The oval shape of your pen and the BSN insignia will clearly identify you as a graduate of St. Luke's College of Health Sciences. Your pen will remind you of the dedication and perseverance needed to have come this far. Graduates, it is recognized today that you've earned the right and proven your worthiness to serve others. This pen is a tangible symbol that shows that you have knowledge, competence, and professional attributes. Your pen also demonstrates that you are responsible and that you promise to offer quality, evidence-based care to all. I am so sorry that we are unable to give you the pen in person, but when you receive your pen in the mail, please know how very proud we are of you.
Welcome to the final portion of the Spring 2020 St. Luke's College of Health Sciences virtual commencement ceremony, in which administrators from each program will present their candidates to the President for the official conferral of degrees. I am Marcia Ladegi, Chief Student Affairs Officer at St. Luke's College of Health Sciences. Associate Professor Dr. Christina Henry will now present the candidates for graduate nursing degrees.
Mr. President, I would like to present to you the Master of Science in Nursing candidates. These candidates, upon my recommendation and on the recommendation of the faculty and the Board of Directors, are presented to you for the conferral of the Master of Science in Nursing degree. I now welcome Dr. Caroline Holloway to the podium for additional presentations.
Mr. President, I would like to present to you the candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Nursing degree. These candidates, upon my recommendation and on the recommendation of the faculty and the Board of Directors, are presented to you for the conferral of the Bachelor of Science in Nursing degree.
Mr. President, I would like to present to you the candidates for the Associate of Arts in Allied Health, Associate of Science in Allied Health, and the Associate of Science in Medical Assisting degrees. These candidates, upon my recommendation and on the recommendation of the faculty and the Board of Directors, are presented to you for the conferral of the Associate of Science or Associate of Arts degrees. Please join me in welcoming President Hubert Benitez to the podium to officiate the conferral of degrees to all candidates presented today.
Master of Science in Nursing, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, and Associate of Science in Allied Health candidates. By the authority vested in me by the Board of Directors, I confer upon you these academic degrees with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining thereto. Graduates, you are now a St. Luke's College of Health Sciences alumni and part of this college's long tradition of excellence. You are also the very first class to graduate from this institution in a virtual ceremony. Earning your degree is an accomplishment no one can ever take away from you. Your diploma is a testament to your decision to live and work as an educated person, and it shows that you are willing to set and achieve high and worthy goals. On behalf of the entire St. Luke's College of Health Sciences family, let me say how proud we are of you. We congratulate you, and we wish you the very best. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating these new graduates. Let me close by saying that this institution was founded in 1903, 117 years ago, And in 2020, this institution was forced to celebrate the spring graduation in a virtual format, and months after this institution was acquired by Rutgers University. I would be remiss if I did not note that in 1903, there was no internet, no virtuality, and Rutgers University had not been established until 1914. We are living in very unusual times, to say the least. Family and friends, thank you for joining us for the Spring 2020 commencement exercise. It has been an honor and a privilege to share with you this important time. I wish you and your loved ones well, and we ask that you take care during these unprecedented times. Have a great rest of your day.